This is Remix Plum here. Get ready, everybody. BPT's mini podcast extravaganza for August 13th, 2023 starts after this. Hello, everyone, and welcome everyone to BPT's mini podcast extravaganza for August 13th, 2023. I'm Remix Plum, and I'm in a different location. I am in the living room doing this. Hopefully, they don't complain that I'm doing the stream. Before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that if you should hear a phone ring or anything like that, that's because, you know, something has happened, and so it's very important that when someone calls me on that phone, I have to answer it regardless, and I will put the annotation somewhere on the stream and all that good jazz. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am Remix Plum, and joining me, everybody, is as soon as I can get to him, ladies and gentlemen, Luke Jeffers.
Hello, guys. As I'm speaking for this whole, not really tragic events last. You okay? Let's say tragic events yesterday, and yeah, rest in peace to Skills, who sadly passed away yesterday, and yeah, it's all very tragic in my family. I wasn't going to Charlotte, South Carolina yesterday, but after major tragic events, I request a remix that we're doing mini podcast extravaganza today instead of doing it let's say next week. That would be more easier for us. So very going down. Hard to say, but that's
and so Chris Kennedy will be joining us if he wants to. Yeah, guys. So I posted the update and whatnot on my YouTube channel that the show is gonna go on as planned, even though I wasn't gonna have anybody and whatnot. But since Luke is available, we can do the stream for tonight, because this is gonna be a very exciting topic that I would like to go over for the stream here on Brian Palmer Television. And yeah, guys, thank you, my subscribers and everything. You guys are truly awesome. And I'm at 192 as we speak, but it might drop. Who knows? They don't like who I am and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I really don't care about that.
Yeah, I don't care about that
either. But anyway, I just want to thank, all the subscribers to the YouTube channel. I would never imagine whatnot, getting close to 200, and doing it for so long. And yeah, so I just want to say thank you guys so much, and it means a lot to me, and everything I do over the past 13 years.
13 years, wow! There goes me 14. Yeah.
Oh, I know. Which is next year.
Next year. And it's very astonishing because I'm that close to reach 1,550 subs on my main channel, which is very astonishing on my main channel. And my second channel is almost there to 900 subs. And to be honest with you, for Remix Night, I want to thank you for very supportive from Remix Plum's channel to be reaching 200 subs. For me, reaching up that goal of 200 from 900 subs on my second channel, Appetition 94, which is originally run by my good friend Marsha Proud, but it's now mine channel. And my main channel be 1,541 subs. I'm very excited about this, but now my main channel, like I said, it's at 8,100 plus videos. It's getting close to be 8,200 plus videos, but regardless, it'll happen. And for my second channel, near close, almost there to 200 videos. So yeah, that's not been part of the stream, everyone. It's gonna be about educational video games.
Yep, and Lucas is actually right, because that is tonight's theme for BPT's mini podcast extravaganza for today. And it's going to be all about education video games.
Yeah.
And like I said, from the 80s and 90s, it was so popular and everything. And then by the mid to late 2000s, it kind of slowly went down.
We
don't see the lights of the most popular educational software titles and whatnot, and now everything is online, like Adapted Mind or ABC Mouse or pretty much any of those websites, as well as educational games and apps on the Android and iOS devices. So there's a lot of possibilities, but back in the day, all we had was like a floppy disk in the 80s, and of course the 90s with the CD-ROM. And
back in the day, which I grew up with.
Just that.
Yeah, makes sense to everybody. Occasionally, I grew up with the CD-ROM and nothing else. I didn't grew up with floppy disk until elementary school years. It's plain simple.
Yeah, and the problem with the floppy disk is, they're slow and sometimes they don't really work when you want to set up, and install the game onto the machine, and you'll hear those annoying click noises and everything to let you know that something is doing with the whole thing.
Yeah.
Didn't touch, slow as a snail.
Slow as a snail.
The black
like
ones,
Gary the
and
snail from SpongeBob.
Yeah, and then obviously the 3.5 mil. The I know what I'm talking about. It's one of those 3.5 inch floppy disks that hold 1.3 megabytes.
Yeah.
And we don't have floppy disks and whatnot. We don't have any of
that.
And like again, everything is now online or in the apps on Android and iOS.
I mean, nowadays there's SSD drives. There was some and everything else. That was it. I just had one recently, and that is a T7 Shield Samsung 4 terabyte. Yeah, you know the rest because I did then a box build for it, and let me tell you, it was great. Better than the SSD drives I have recently. Back in 2021, when Remix told me this, I have to copy and paste everything from my, let's just say, back then it was back then it was a 500 gigabyte version of SanDisk. Yeah, nowadays they're gonna be disappearing. I'm not gonna be in shock because I want to get ready to start copying and pasting from there over there. I'm going to delete all of that and before it's all gone. That's just me. Plain simple.
Yeah, and I was going to say that, that's one of the things I heard about on The Verge is SanDisk SSDs, wiping out entire data. Once you plug it back in and it's unrecognizable, and then all you have is a paperweight full of nothing.
For
that
nothing.
gets thrown in the trash, and that means all the data you have on that SanDisk SSD goes bye up in heaven.
Up in heaven. And luckily, I have 2 more coming away because I'm going to buy 2 more. I have $33 left on Amazon. I'm going to save that much money for 2 more, and it'll be enough. So there you go on that.
And if you want to see the unboxing video of the Samsung T7 Shield that Luke has, try to provide it in the link after this stream.
Oh, and Victor is in the chat room.
Well, earlier. I'll post it in the description as well.
Yeah.
But and if I forget, then Holy Mary Mother is going to tell me, you got to put that link, otherwise you're going to be in big trouble.
You're going to be in big trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are gamers in the house? How's it go, Remix? Yeah.
Yeah.
And hey, Remix, did you know that GA5 you can get your own online server? It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. I know about that. Yeah, I've been, well, like I said, we'll get to the theme in just a moment, but yeah, I've been playing a lot of Xbox, especially playing Dirt 5, and playing Forza Horizon 5, which has the most amazing graphics you ever see on a gaming console. And I have a Chevy Corvette right now. And yeah, the game looks beautiful, and got a 10 out of 10 on IGN.
Yeah.
And the graphics are some of the best graphics you find on any game console, especially the Xbox. And compare that to Gran Turismo 7, which, has some issues. The biggest con is that the game is always online, and you need to be on the internet to play the entire game. So if you don't have an internet connection, then you can do the arcade mode, but some of the things won't be there for you until you pretty much unlock and whatnot in the online campaign.
Yeah.
And that to me is the biggest Achilles heel of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what to say.
The best Gran Turismo games, 2 on the PlayStation, 3 and 4 on the PS2. Probably 5 on the PS3. Never played 6. And probably my favorite Gran Turismo game of all is the PSP version of Gran Turismo. Because that one doesn't have a career mode, which is a huge plus. And if you want new cars, just up the amount of laps, and come in first place, and you get money all the time, and you'll be able to buy the most expensive, fastest vehicle in the game. You can do like 300 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm sure Aqua is in that game. I gotta mention Aqua.
Yeah, on my job.
Especially if I don't mention Aqua, she's gonna kick my butt.
If you watch this, one of people, job people, Aqua, my boss Ryan, let's say Norman, Sheree, and so many others.
And ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Chris Kennedy to the stream.
How are you, Remix? Good to see you on here.
Hey, Chris.
And hi, Luke. How are you?
Doing well. It's just tragedy happened yesterday for, let's just say, skills. We had to put down a dog yesterday. So
sorry to hear that.
And it's saddens me to say this, but she's our last surviving dog in the house. So I'm thinking it may be happening. I just want to get things out of the way. So after that was over, I thought to myself, okay, let's get this out of the way and get this over with. And after that was over, I was done, and with dogs for the rest of my life. I won't talk about it in front of my family, but that's just me.
Gotcha. Understood.
Well, because it's totally sensitive.
Yeah.
Just like losing your grandmother or anything like that.
Yeah, my grandmother, Jeff, first. my papa, who sadly passed away a year afterwards in October 2006, just before I was at the time, Jim Letter and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, because in about 2.5 months from now, my late grandmother would be 90 on
Yeah,
November 3rd.
yeah, in about months from now, say January, something like that, my grandmother Jeffers would have been 103.
Oh
And
my.
I won't mention this in the stream, but I will dedicate a song to honor her for her 90th birthday. I'm gonna keep that off the stream because it's something
Yes,
special to me,
I
and
got
this is my, for me personally.
yeah, I did some for her 100th birthday back in 2021 in July. So yeah, if I just want to make it happen. I did this to make it happen for her after the Comic Con, celebrate her to visit her on her grave in person. And with the
Right.
late Jacob Smith, my cousin, who sadly passed away at the age of nearly a month old. You know, who's Leanne's son. You know, my cousin Leanne, she's watching this, so there you go.
Yeah.
So that's just me.
Um,
If you watch this, Leanne Olivia, so there you go.
yeah, and in case if you missed on the stream, I was talking about the games I played on Xbox today, as well as talking about Gran Turismo.
Yes.
Yep, and mentioning Luke, if I can find him. Is he there or is he right there? No, it's right there. Okay, well, either way you put it, because this camera's, it doesn't, it's just like, just,
Remix! You're a mess. You're a mess.
well, yeah, I mean, well, I usually don't have my camera on, so because like I said, I usually move me around and try to shuffle the whole layout, and it becomes
Yeah.
a mess. Like, Simon says to move Luke Jeffers to to the other side, and while me, I play Project Cars and I lose by an inch of a second.
Ow.
What's up with you? What's up with you?
Oh no.
I mean, this mess is like ridiculous, but anyway.
Well, it's probably because I'm a horse. I don't know.
Not because you're a horse, but because I was in recovery for the past 2 days, and this is my third day tomorrow. You know, during this difficult time. You know, that's just me.
Yeah, I can understand that. But as I was saying, yeah. So Aqua, which is nearly in every video game of Gran Turismo, especially the PSP version, which is probably, but because again, there's no career mode or anything, so you can just pick a track, pick how many laps you want, and the more laps you do, the more money you get, and you get awarded when you come in first place, and then you get to buy more cars.
Exactly.
Especially that one vehicle that I did in that video when I did a way back decades ago when I filmed me doing a replay because I wasn't able to do the game because it was a PSP game handheld, and so rather than me playing and try to hold the camera, I just went into the replay and provided my own commentary while I did the video. And if you want to see that video, that'll be in the link too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a really cool game, and being able to take a racing game on the go is truly unique. Because other racing games, they fall flat, especially Game Boy Advance and Nintendo DS. They just don't live up to to what the PSP did. It bringing console-like gaming on the portability side. And now with the Nintendo Switch, you got the best of both worlds.
Exactly. And Victor was saying, I've been looking into getting myself a B-Link mini gaming PC.
Yeah, you could probably do it as a gaming PC. But like I said, I'm using it for my work because I'm a workaholic, as you guys know.
Yeah. Same here.
And
when it comes to filmmaking and TV.
And of course, this week is going to be busy because of Summer Jam Party that's going to happen tomorrow. And for the very first time in like 4 to 5 years, since there hasn't been no Summer Jam Party, because the last time I did it was probably in 2019. And, so, and I'm happy to because like I said, I'm going to be attending of the event. It's going to be a 2-hour show, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right up until Friday the 1st of September. That's when Summer Jam Party ends.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, if they don't fuck me and everything, because this is a very important thing that I'm attending to, and I got to do it. And and make this year's Summer Jam Party a blowout rather than a stinky toilet.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Remix.
Yeah. But
yeah.
So that's pretty much that on that whole situation. But so that's what I've been playing, and I might check out DayZ. I might, because like I said, I too have Game Pass Ultimate, and and it's awesome. Even though the price increase is what kills it for me right now. But other than that, though, yeah, I mean, ever since getting an Xbox, play a lot of games and whatnot. So
yeah, there while you're at it.
Because like I said, the awesome games I want to get on Xbox.
Okay.
I want to get that one game next month, that Marvel game, because I am so playing this game because it's kind of like Marble Madness in a way, but even better, and it controls a lot better, and it's in 3D, and you're in this race, get to the finish line, you got a bunch of obstacles you gotta overcome, and you gotta do jumps, and this game, and of course the soundtrack is phenomenal.
Yes, it is.
Especially it really is. The music is probably the best part about this game.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
And like I said, we haven't seen a Marble game like this ever since the original Xbox 360 with Marble Blast Ultra, which became my favorite game on the Xbox 360.
Makes
Sadly,
sense.
I wasn't able to buy the game because I didn't think of buying it. And I won't be making that mistake again when the game comes out this week. Because like I said, this week is going to be pretty hectic, especially you got one movie coming out on the 15th of August, which I am very excited about. Of course, the movie will be available on September 26th on 4K Blu-ray, and I'm buying it on iTunes because I automatically get the 4K version of it, and so I'm definitely going to be buying it. From in September, most definitely.
Most definitely, yeah.
So that's. Whew, I gotta take a breather there, but that's pretty much everything for that for the gaming side. Besides, me getting done with work, and work was awesome, by the way. So
work was quiet for me today, and when it comes with the rest of the day, it was amazing. And when I was running errands, go to Friendlies and Food Lion, I had to reunite with Anita to create this LJ PCBM profile picture you saw on Google and YouTube recently. She was asking me, how you doing? And my mom, so it was a fantastic ride to see her, tell her to say hey. She was telling me, how you doing? I was getting some soft food recently in groceries, and I got some eBay shopping to spend, like, let's just say, $25 eBay, so I can spend on the backyard show to celebrate 35 years of Barney. So yeah, we're gonna talk about Barney a little bit, but it has to do with the very first video called The Backyard Show.
Speaking of Barney, he was in that video game, and I am the most famous for playing this game on Game On Live back in the day, and I even have videos of it on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, you should do this again.
Very entertaining. It's not for the faint of heart, though.
Should do it again, featuring me and Chris Kennedy.
Oh, yeah. I gotta try to find him. It's like, where is Barney? Where's Barney? I can't find him. But
I want Barney. I want Barney.
Well, if you want Barney, buy it on Amazon, and he'll come in a box, and he probably won't come alive like in the actual show.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the very first video of Barney, The Backyard Show, Barney's Backyard Game, the very first one, it came out 45 years ago on August 29th, which is late this month. I'm looking forward till I finish up Boring Jokes, episode 21, on Cool Cat Saves the Kids. But once I get done with that, then I'll do The Backyard Show. What?
Yeah, it was a parody of Cool Cat, like Cool Cat versus Mr. Bucket. That never gets old.
No. They have movies like the Cool Cat. No.
Yeah.
Actually,
and if they ever made a toy of Cool Cat and have Mr. Bucket,
they have a toy.
I think it'd be a great live stream.
You should. Well, actually, they have a mask like the Cool Cat, and they have if they had a toy. It's up to Derek Savage to decide. We'll see. But they have they have movies like Cool Cat Kids Superhero, Cool Cat Saves the Kids, the director's cut, and Cool Cat Fights the Coronavirus, and of course, some other Cool Cat films, the Virus Wars.
Yeah.
Something like that. And as for the rest, I have the books. One of them has to do with the Cool Cat stops bullying. You know, so I told you once or however many times on LGBT's one episode of LGBT and this made podcast Extravaganza one time. But
yeah, probably a bunch of others like Blog Weekly and that sort of thing.
What? But as for Barney, yes.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. After I got back from Blue Eye and Friendlies, I did two things. In that box video, like I mentioned before, and of course let's just say a special haul video on these 10 purchases along with a Funko Pop, you know. And after that was over, I was done. I have to upload these to YouTube and get these copy and paste the things from SSD drive I got recently, the T7 Shield, and I gotta get them done, completed by tomorrow, and things are gonna get completed. So there you go.
Well, I was gonna say one other thing, and then we get to our theme, and that is, if you have Mr. Bucket and you do a live stream, just do me a favor. Just make sure you don't put in any batteries, otherwise he'll come to life and he'll start attacking.
God remix.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a disclaimer as well.
Disclaimer, yeah.
Like, you know, and it's gonna be like this, you know, if you put in batteries in Mr. Bucket, and I know you probably will, but if you do, and of course he'll come alive and then Cool Cat would be freaking out, and he doesn't know what the heck he's going to be doing. And
No.
run fast like a cheetah, and try to find the nearest restroom.
No, these are the Cool Cat movies I got released back in the day. Cool Cat Kid Superhero, Cool Cat Fights Coronavirus, and the soundtrack Cool Cat's Kid Superhero.
Yes.
Basically, that's what all I got with Cool Cat,
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my joke, and if it fell flat, then I guess I need to buy more Coca-Cola. Or Pepsi. Especially the deal with sugar.
Oh, man.
Imagine Cool Cat with Pepsi Zero. I wonder how that would be.
Derek, I'll get you for this.
I wonder. I'm not a professional.
Cool Cat, Derek Savage, the career of Cool Cat, will get you for this.
Well, who knows? But anyway, enough of the silliness. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this stream. That is talking about theme for today on BPT's mini podcast Extravaganza, and as Luke said earlier, educational in video games.
Video games, yeah. Exactly.
So for most of you guys, just sitting there on the computer, when you ever wanted to learn, and you got youngsters want to, figure out a way of educating themselves, and do it such a way that you want to be able to learn shapes, or learn your ABCs, or your 1, 2, 3s, or how to create a track with a little stall, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So there you go. And see what you can do on that, and of course, learn at the same time and have fun and everything. So that's the whole thing, and get learning and learning shapes, learning the true colors and everything, blue, purple, pink, and all that, and turquoise.
Yeah.
Even to counting numbers and whatnot. And and back in the day, there was a lot of great education software, especially from the likes of companies like the Learning Company back then, or Davison, and even Vodafone.
Yeah.
Even Vodafone, MECC, MEC, with 2 C's. And you have been, and of course, education stuff made it into, home video game consoles, and whatnot. We'll get to talk about that too, because I know Luke is just itching to talk about that.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
I mean, it makes sense, because, at the time, yes, I'm into those things when I played them back in the day. Well, if you go back in late 1990s, I played those Leapfrog back in the day. Then back in the early 2000s, I branched out of that, and then 2000, let's say, back in my Luke 25 Productions LC YouTube channel, which remix I created, I pointed wrong. Anyway, Luke J. Strike Productions LC, which remix I created at the time. That's where I started thinking about Blue School. Excuse me. Why I keep saying that? Anyway, Boys Hide and Seek game, and then that's why I play it over and over and over again. And then after that, I want to focus on another game called, let's just say, Richard's Scary Spacey Town, and I want to play that in 2019 when he requested me to play that. Then another game I wanted to play, but it's in that time it was Sesame Street. During my FWL series, you saw me play in Weekend Celebration game episodes, and so many others. You saw me play Sesame Street, ABC's 1 to 3, and so many others. Some of the Sesame Street games are kind of laggy, and some of the hardest. But on Wednesday's episode 18, it's made for kids on my main channel. It's a most popular video on my main channel. It's no commentary only, but I may have to make it happen. It's Elmo's A to Zoo Adventure. So yeah, I didn't know how many viewers I got so far. It was all there. So it was a 10-a-week game I played, and I want to thank every one of you who watched my episode 18 of Wednesdays. How many views I got so far? Let me check. While he's talking about educational video games.
And it's lost in some.
Huh?
Or it's from a different castle.
What? No. And also, almost did 10,000 viewers. Wow. Wow. It's an episode called We Wednesday, episode 18. We're back. Elmo's A to Zoo Adventure. No commentary. So it has about over an hour, 7 minutes, 50 seconds long. I had to speed up some games. Turn the wheel now, back and forth, and I or something like that, because I was just trying to know how it could play in years. But then all of a sudden, I have to speed up and say, "Where does it go? Come on, I need to do that." And yeah. But in all seriousness, well, it's probably the third most popular video next to my A Day in the Park with Barney video back in 2019. This video I made was taped in 2011. It was originally taped in 2011. I couldn't find it everywhere, but it was the most popular review on. It was the third most popular review on my main channel. Thank you, everyone who made this happen. So, thank you on that. And yeah, now on the remix, what you said about educational video games.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch, and Sega did one in the 90s and everything, and we'll get to that. And like we mentioned, Leap Forward, and there was also one of those where you have the one where the planets, in the solar system to the states and everything. That was one of those geo games and whatnot back in the day. They were electronic game. I played that in elementary school, middle school.
Mm-hmm.
And your job was to figure out what state or whatever the game is, and it kept score and everything. And I don't really remember that much, but I do know that it's a geo kind of electronic game. I think it was from Knowledge Universe or something like that. But it was one of those games and whatnot, and of course the solar system and everything. So that was kind of neat too. Yeah. But anyway, and like Luke mentioned, Leap Forward, and I think Leap Forward is kind of going everything. I mean, because like I said, education, is, big and whatnot, and especially at we're one because we take education very, very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I believe in, and at first we didn't want to do it, but then I convinced, well, you know what, we gotta educate ourselves once in a while, and then they finally agreed, and so now we take education very seriously at Will One. But anyway, so there's a lot of great educational software, that was on PCs, old school DOS and old school Macintosh and whatnot, and from different companies, and probably the most famous one of them all that really started it. And sadly, it's gone after 25 years, and I'm kind of upset about that. But what can you do about it? The game that really started it all in 1983 on the Apple II is a game called Math Blaster.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, Math Blaster is one of the most popular pieces of educational software for the Apple II. And then it was on, MS-DOS and everything, and that's how I played Map Blaster Plus, and I still can't go for the fact that I get a game over when I'm trying to answer 1 plus 1 equals what. Yeah,
Wow.
you can check it out on Blood Weekly or one of the other streams I've done. And of course Luke laughs like so much like a hyena. He still thinks about that still to this day.
Yeah, or Crow, rather. That was either one of those two things.
And then the next thing you know, when he sees it, he's gonna jump off that office chair and go and be like a monkey all around his room. He would be a monkey trying to chase the monkey, and just like an ape escape, you gotta chase that monkey.
And one time, he's doing a stream of one of his Vlog Weekly episodes. He did this, pause this game. No! And I was just laughing like, lousy. And he was telling me, he was in the stream going, I sound like Donkey Kong. No, I wasn't like Donkey Kong. I was eating some potato chips, laughing so hard,
If it was banana chips, then he probably would have knocked on your door and like, hey, I want some of that.
No. I was eating potato chips. No, it wasn't potato. It's not bananas. They're actually called Lay's original potato chips.
Lay's Yep.
Yeah.
And like I said, banana chips, you can dehydrate them in a food dehydrator, even though it uses up a lot of electricity and everything. And but yeah, so especially those old food dehydrators back in the 80s, 90s. But are we talking about food or are we talking about education? Yeah, that's my point.
That's my point.
Anyway, so but yeah, so Map Blaster, very popular, and from 1983. You got Read and Blaster and everything, and you got the programs that you learn shape and everything. That was in the 90s for me, going to elementary school in my hometown, and looking at the colors and shapes. I don't know if it was on a MS-DOS PC or a Mac PC or a Mac thing, whatnot. But either way, I was really fascinated with shapes and numbers and all that other stuff. Because like I said, the schools down there are way better than it is here. I'm just saying. Because at least the ones in my hometown, they treat you right and they want you to succeed in education. Unlike here, they don't care. But I digress. Right? I digress. Yeah. So, especially if you got a school, whatnot, like Princeton schools and whatnot, and in NJ. Princeton's one of those popular schools in the New Jersey area. And that was inspired by that one game on the NES, but it was actually really an educational game. But yeah, so you really get where I'm going.
You already get well on it, yeah. Makes sense to anybody.
Yeah, so Map Blaster, Read Blaster, all that other stuff. The game that I'm more familiar with is a game that I actually enjoy as far as educational games are concerned. Is a game that's on Apple II, I believe, or Apple device back then, and then it was on MS-DOS. I played on DOS, obviously. And you're this guy eating numbers. It's called Number Munchers.
Wow. I'll be right back.
Yeah, and this is okay. And we'll have that 30-second countdown with Luke Jeffers returns right here on the special BPT podcast Extravaganza. Where is Luke Jeffers here on Bread Upon the Television? Back to the show. Okay, now as I was saying, so Number Munchers is a game that I really remember, and this was a fun game, and it gets harder when you progress through every level of the game, and I think that's probably what made the game great was the challenge gameplay, but not too challenging that that everybody would probably not play and learn math and all that. Although if you do the divide or multiply, they can always trick you in a way, and your brain gets messed up and you don't even know. So like I said, the divide is kind of a pain, because figure out what equals 2 or equals whatever, and that to me is a challenge. But yeah, so Number Munchers is definitely a game that I really enjoy, and that's something I might consider doing on a stream, in a future stream. So that is Number Munchers. And so Luke is going to be coming back with his delicious popcorn, and I'm going to be telling you the next game that I remember playing.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you, Chris, remember Number Munchers,
Yeah.
but
I
feel
love them.
free to
Are you kidding me?
talk about
One of my
the
favorite
agitation
games
of me.
of all time.
Now, of course, everybody is familiar with this game because this is on Apple II and on MS-DOS. This is another educational game that a lot of people know, and it's still going on still to this day. I don't know if they're still doing it or not. But it's a game that I like to call the Oregon 12, the Oregon 12.
Oh, I've heard of it, but I hadn't gotten a shot at really playing it that much.
Yeah. I remember it, and I played it, and whether you get sick, or even worse, you die, or and I think the biggest thing about the game is trying to get past the river without it, going down into the river and taking some food items or take some of you as well.
Yes.
Trying to get through the river and try to get to Oregon is not going to be that easy. But if you manage to go all the way to Oregon or Oregon or whatnot, then my hat's off to you, and you made it. And sadly, hopefully you got everybody around, and they don't end up getting sick or,
I'm
of
back.
course, dying and whatnot. All right, Lucas back, please. Woohoo! All right.
Oh God. In all seriousness, I got.
Luke's doing the Mario. He's pointing the finger at you.
Oh God. In all seriousness, I got ice cream sandwiches to start with, chocolate by the way, and water to begin with.
Let's go swimming in chocolate. Yeah, I'm diving for it and jump right into a pool of chocolate.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you never know.
You never know.
And if I am talking too loud, I'm probably gonna have to go to the other location because I don't want them to figure that I'm talking too loud. Because, like I said, it's still daylight, and I can make noise until 10 o'clock. So,
Wow.
but like I said, if it gets a little too crazy, then I'll move it to another location where they don't complain.
So.
And all that good stuff. Anyway, so the Oregon 12, that's another most popular education game out there.
Wow.
And everything. So I'm sure everybody is familiar with the old Oregon Trail, and that's a game that I'm sure everybody wants to go back in time to try to play it and see if they can get through Oregon without again having the river, and for you to either fly across safely or have one of your items down into the river, or even worse, having someone go down in the river. That could be really devastating. And that's one of the most annoying parts about the game is whether or not 50-50 shot of whether you're gonna make it there safely, or you're just gonna have a big mess in your hands.
Wow.
So there's always that 50-50. The other 50% is not choking on a sandwich or a sub sandwich.
Well, no, that is sub sandwich.
Yeah,
That's
I
actually
just,
sad.
I just had to make a joke. Try to entertain my viewers and everything. Anyways, so that's the Oregon Trail. Another game I want to talk about is a game that I grew up with back in my hometown, and I think I only had that one, or maybe I had the other one. It was one of those games. It was created in like 91, 92 uh, by this guy. His name is Paul something. Uh, Dawson or whatever, Lawson or whatever. But
Yeah.
anyway, he made a really special educational game that is all about math, and this is a game that I played on MS-DOS. Not sure if it was on Mac computers, but I'm sure this was a MS-DOS game. I know some of you probably have not heard of it, but I certainly have because this is a game that I remember growing up in the 90s. And that game I'm talking about is Google Math, not Google Math, but Google. That's Googol Math. And in that game, you have this guy, you have this little character, and I'm not gonna make fun of it or try to do this because I really don't want that in the stream because I wanna have this entertaining in some fashion. But anyway,
Yeah.
you're this character that jumps up and down, like he's on a pogo stick, and then your objective is to bounce and to get to the white number, and you see a little thing on the bottom that gives you the thing. So let's say for example 8 plus 1 equals blank, and then the numbers will show up in each of the ladder, and then your job is to find that white number, and you have to be careful not to either hit your head when you press up, or you run into an enemy or anything that's hazardous.
Yeah.
And if you getting hit or bump your head or get hit with a hazard, then you move on to the next level, and the game continues until you lose all your lives. You get
Yeah.
3 lives to start with, and once you lose all your lives, it's game over.
Yes. Oh boy.
So this is one of the games that you're this character that jumps up and down like on like either doing hopscotch
Or
or,
by
or jumping
rabbit.
on the pogo stick, and you move your character. And sometimes the controls can be a little finicky because if you press up and then you still bouncing in that animation, and then all of a sudden it doesn't recognize it, and then it goes up, and then you automatically hit your head on the
Yeah.
on the thing. So the controls are kind of a bit finicky in a way that you're gonna end up either hitting your head all the time when you press up and it doesn't register, and then it
Yeah.
brain faults for a moment, and then all of a sudden you hit your head. So the controls are kind of iffy in a way, but overall, such a fun game, and yeah, and I can recommend you check it out. And it's a really fun game. Came out in 92, 93 by this old guy, and I believe this was a shareware game because it was extremely popular back in the day. And you
In
can
93, yeah.
yeah, and like I said, it's the easiest way to remember math, and then there's a lot of options and whatnot, like plus, minus,
Why
divide,
do you
or
guys asking salvage my mouth? I mean, hand. Excuse me.
yeah.
Too
So
bad.
there's a lot you can do. So that's that one. The other mode in the game, you're just invaders, and your job is to fill in the missing piece of the math equation. It's like Space Invaders, but you got these numbers on the top, like 8 plus 1 or 7 plus 2,
Yes.
or and you have to press between 0 to well, from 1 to 0, 0 being 10, and it flips up, and it will keep track of how many you got right and how many you could get wrong. So
Cool.
all you have to do is match the number that equals to that number. And it can get really intense as you progress further into the game. But yeah, for example, 7+1, when you see that on the screen, if you see like 7 plus blank equals 8, then you press 1, and that little 1 shoots up, and you get a point, and you get and it gets added to your right or wrong thing. But if you accidentally press a number that's incorrect, then it doesn't go away, and you get a wrong number on the bottom, and your points get deducted when you press the incorrect number. And it's just like invaders, and your job is to do it as fast as you can, making sure of each equation is correct. Because I said, once it progresses through the game, it gets a lot harder, and the numbers keep falling down, and closing the gap and whatnot. So meaning that you don't have a lot of time, and you have to really hurry, because otherwise, if all the numbers come down where you're at, kind of like Perth, in a way, where if that line goes all the way down to where you are, then yeah, the field explodes and you get a game over. This, if it touches down, you die, you get a game over, and you get a high score, let you know how many you got right, how many you got wrong. And that is the Invaders game of that.
Yeah.
And another one, this is kind of weird in a way, because you're this snake, because I'm sure everybody has played the snake game, that's on Nokia phones, or you just go to snake and you eat the dot, and you try to create a lengthy chain. Well, it's kind of like that, but with the exception, you have to do true or false. So, and you have to be really quick on it, because he moves automatically. You gotta press the button, and every time you get everything right, you move on to the next level. The speed increases, and it can really mess you up. And you have to hit the T or the F. T for true and F for false. So for example, like 12 plus well hold on, 15 plus 14 equals 30. So you either go to either T if it's true, or false if you think that is rubbish. And if you pick the right one, then your little tail grows. And one or two things can happen. If you either run into a wall, or you pick the wrong thing, or if that snake comes in contact with you, like if you run into yourself, then the game ends, and it counts up the points on how long the snake is, and it adds up the points to the length of the snake. It can be a giant snake, for all I know. And then you get points. And
anyway.
Yeah, I know. And that's pretty much how the game works. So that is a really fun MS-DOS game from the 90s called Googol Math. That's Googol Math. Excuse me. So that's that game. That's just a little notification on this.
I'm rotating my chair, my dot, or just spinning around. That's basically it.
Yep, and excuse me. I know they made another Google game, where you have to solve 20 problems of the math, and your job is to get all 20 right. Because I know I did that in a spectacular, where if you get one right, then if you get all the numbers right, then you win the grand prize. So it's kind of like that one. So that one is where you gotta solve 20, solve 20 math equations, and you're pretty much there to victory. So that so I think they made that game too. So I could be wrong, but I think they did. Because I do remember doing that on a spectacular on on my YouTube channel. I'm sure you can find that.
Yeah, I hope you find BBT's YouTube channel, something like that.
Yeah, and not YouTube poop.
No, not YouTube poop. No, no. If you look at my YouTube poop, something like that, go check out my main channel. Everybody else's. Some of my friends made YouTube poofs so many times, and it fed some of my friends, copyright claims for some reasons, and the other ones had to do with me. I don't know if it's true or not, but one would have to be a remastered version of the YTP, which is probably a good thing because I don't want to get hit by a copyright strike ever. But I'll do more of these LGBM or YTP.
So that's not fun.
Yeah.
Not fun getting a strike.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get a strike. But it has to do with a song called Soul Bleed by Damage Plan. But I'll do those soon. But right now it's gonna be random videos on my main channel going like say Alex Perry going, I'll tell you more something about this whole thing on Campbell, California. Forza are going way. And videos to make up with. But anyway.
It's kind of like a broken record where it skips like 30 times and then you swing it like a frisbee and you never want to hear that crap again.
What he's talking about is
just imagine a CD doing that. Skipping, and then you turn off the CD player and then you want to smash it into pieces or put it in a disc shredder. And shred that disc to nothing new. And say rest in peace. You take care of that business.
No, what he's talking about, folks, I'm going to search up Pig Squeals on Alex Paris video. That was one of my random videos I made up on YouTube. It was uploaded. It was originally uploaded back in 2018 to one of my sites premiere, and then originally it was a sneak peek back in 2018. I was wanting to do this back in the day, from Alex Paris. Replacing my good friend Joey Acacia, and he's also one of my former friends of Alex Paris at the time. But I'm thinking I'll search it up for you. I'm pretty sure you do it now, and then we'll get back to this whole video educational thing. But why that press? Hang on, let me screen share this now. Let me just pause it. I'll tell you. Hold on. There we go. Screen share, and I'll mute the thing. Do a cover read, but. It takes a while. Yeah, one bit had to do with copyright, but I'll mute the thing.
Well, yeah, I gotta be careful. I just want to be careful so I don't get a copyright.
Yeah, exactly. Here it is.
I really don't want to get a copyright.
Yeah, I'll show you experts. That was it. Okay.
I just want to be careful I don't get a copyright strike.
Here in Campbell, California. Fortunately, I couldn't find any
Hey, Alex, is something wrong with you? Have you been kidnapped by the board?
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Are you still doing like Porky Pig? If you are, you need some help.
You need some help.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be right in the middle. There, Lou. Now you're in now you're in first place, and I'm in second place.
Oh God, help me!
Yeah, I know.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, Alex. You probably see I'm doing it too, but you're starting like Porky Pig, and I think you need some help.
Okay. That was one of my random videos. On my main channel. Experts.
And just for entertainment purposes only, by Alex, if you're suffering from what Luke just said, please call this number and we'll try to fix you, so you don't end up being like.
Oh God.
Oh, we have. That's. Anyway, I'm sorry, Alex Paris, but it's what I do on BPT.
Yeah.
Oh, now I gotta take a breather and get that Alex thing out of my head, Alex Paris out of my head. Doing this with my feet, like a bicycle, and then my butt hurts. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. But what we are going to talk about is about educational and video games. That's what we're here for. Not the Well, it's like putting in a laser disc, and then all of a sudden it skips. It skips. It's like a giant frisbee, like boom, there you go. Take it outside, boom.
Yes.
Oh God.
And the next thing you know, you hit a home run. Oh wait, one game.
It's football. Or baseball, rather. I don't know.
Baseball. Yeah, baseball, you get a home run. Football is when you get a touchdown, especially in Tecmo Super Bowl. Incomplete pass, or you see that pretty ball. It's like, oh, look at that ball. I'm like, oh, whoops, fell to the ground. Incomplete pass.
I'm in the wrong sport.
You don't mess up. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's something I might consider doing on FWLX. That's a Tecmo Super Bowl game on Luke's flagship show.
Yeah, people
the biggest
flagship. I have, say, 2 games coming away from FWX, as well as the next episode, Weekend Celebrations. Be woke up. And yes, I do have 2 games played during the past Weekend Celebration episode, along with my, let's say, 8,000 video special and my 7,000 video special. That is the return of RBI baseball.
Oh yeah.
So, if you look at my 7,000 video special, I did my gameplay of RBI baseball, and my 137 video had Boston Red Sox versus New York Yankees. Yankee shock, Yankee shock. I did that gameplay before, along with, let's say, another gameplay I did. I was gonna do Tetris in this one, but I decided not to in episode 137. But I'll do it in episode 178 of Weekend Celebrations. But
it takes a lot of skill.
Long skill, but as the Game Boy edition, that has to wait. But that's just me.
Yeah.
That's just.
But yeah, baseball. Yeah, I might consider doing that. I have a beat the bone I gotta pick with on that game. You find out FWL
gameplay. I had a Super Bowl. Be look out for it. Yeah, we'll see.
So anyway, back to the educational portion of BPT's main podcast extravaganza, and with these 2, there you go. Yeah. My arms are not good enough, but there you go. Okay. It's like me, but I'm not going to put that on the screen. I don't want to embarrass myself or to you viewers out there. Because I did that once, didn't go well. I'm not going to do it.
Past 1 hour, 9 minutes. Oh, well. We try anyway, folks.
Yeah.
Back to the educational video games. The next game that I want to talk about is a game that I played on Mac computers, and then later on played it on DOS. This came out in 1994, and this is a game that I absolutely love to know in, and saddened and it saddens me to say that this company is no longer in business after 25 years. And they closed down in July. And but this game is gonna be a special place in my heart for playing this game on a iMac, because yes, there was an iMac in my school back then in 2000, 2001. Yeah, so I remember that, and playing this game on Mac OS 8 or 8.5 or even a 9. And like I said, this is not the Mac OS we have today, but I'm talking all the way back to like 99 into 2000, 2001. So the game I'm talking about, this is a lot of fun to me. I know Luke has mixed opinions on this game. This is the Jumpstart series of educational games, especially the kindergarten one.
Yeah, I played it once, and after that, not the original one, not the one that has the Legendary Saints, just a game I played before. During that time frame, I wasn't feeling good,
Yeah, yeah. I can understand.
I was gonna do a part 2, but eventually it was shutting down.
Well, yeah, because you weren't feeling well, and yeah, I can understand, because it's very difficult to play a game and not feeling well at the same time. It does suck. But yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, I was still up there, and then the next month, let's say the month after that, I tested positive for COVID-19 in December 2022. That was the main fact, and that was the fact that I had to take some rest, didn't know what to do, wanted to finish my Thanksgiving special, and at the point where I need to recover, didn't want to finish Jumpstart Kindergarten at all, but I just want to do a PC version rather than the game's over.
Yeah.
No, that crap. I cannot take it anymore. That's it.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. I wanted to not do that anymore, so and just move on,
Yeah.
I just need
to
wear these computer glasses just for the fun of it. So yeah. Who knows?
So yeah, this was a game that I played, like I said, on MS MS DOS later on, but I played it originally on an iMac, because like I said, the iMac back then in 1998, 99, they were the most beautiful things ever. Even though it was big and heavy, but it had that style. Even though people didn't like the mouse, it was like a hockey puck that you can actually be the Mighty Ducks and just boom and swing and
boom
and and get to and you say score.
Wow.
I know. And for you headphone listeners out there, I do apologize. I didn't mean to make you ears bleed.
Folks, and you headphoneless
Look in my eyes.
Yeah, rest in peace, headphone users out there,
Exactly. But yeah, so I do apologize. Anyway. So Jumpstart Kindergarten, a lot of memories of the game. Came out in '94, and there's a lot of great memories about that. And I know there's one game in particular that Luke did when he did a video of it on StreamFlow, and I do remember what it is. It's you're this guy on the bottom, and you got to match the shapes and the color as it's coming down. It's like a puzzle game, and you have to move as fast as you can and match the correct color and the shape, and you're on a time limit, and then you go up to the elevator and you do the same thing.
Yeah.
And I do know that game, because I played that all the time when I played Jumpstart Kindergarten. I was gonna say Kid-Icarus. No, not Kid-Icarus.
No.
But no, Kindergarten. And that was probably the most fun I've ever had is playing that and matching the thing and get bigger points and everything. Because like I said, Luke did this game on the
During the
video and then
Thanksgiving special last year, yeah.
and I'm sure he had a lot of fun with that game. I like playing that game.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so the game is very nostalgic for me, and yeah, this is one of my favorite educational software ever, besides the Google Maps game and the Number Munchers game and Map Blaster.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jumpstart is definitely up to the top, especially the first level, the kindergarten. That's probably my favorite Jumpstart game ever. And sadly, Jumpstart is no longer around after 25 years, which saddens me.
Yeah.
But we will never forget the great educational games from the past. Math Blaster, Number Munchers, and of course this game that I'm talking about. We will never forget these educational games. They may be gone, but we will never forget these educational games. Something that we cherish for a lifetime, even if they don't exist. Because like I said, because today you can find whole educational things online like Adopt Mine or ABC, or even the educational apps you find on iPads or Android tablets or phones. And because I said, the iPad is a powerful tool, for not only for everyday use, but for education and doing a lot of great things. And that to me is awesome, especially with the iPad 4. You wanna be able to educate yourself while you can with every other iPad that's out there. The 1010 iPad, the iPad Air,
That's
or even the iPad 12, 11-inch, and even though the X devices, they're better on the pricey side. So if you want one, like me, I have to save up for it.
Which is very exciting,
And for someone like me who wants an iPad, I have to save up because right now the iPad 10 is on sale right now on Amazon, but it probably won't be on sale when the stream ends. It usually costs $429 or $449, which is ridiculous. It don't need to be that much. But you can get it for $399 on Amazon, and that's for the 64 gigabyte capacity.
When it comes with iPad Pros, I'm currently having 128 gigabyte, not 256, which I have right now. But
it makes it super expensive.
It's super expensive, yeah. But fortunately, this iPad Pro, which I have right now, it's not stereo device. I'm going to get a stereo device on this one this week. Right now, it's just going to be fixed as soon as possible. But right now, it's going to be Wi-Fi only. That's it.
And just as I'm itching my own cut. Wow. You guys don't want to see it. Anyway, sorry.
T-Mobile.
Anyway, well, hey, I have to itch. Okay, it's like a gorilla who itches.
No, actually, T-Mobile. Watch it.
I just have to do that.
Okay. T-Mobile. If you watch this, I need you to fix my stereo thing on my newest iPad Pro because I need to get this fixed immediately. So that's more easier for me to do this. So please do it as soon as possible this week. Please. Thank you.
If you have Apple Care, then you are covered.
I have Apple Care already done with, and that's enough for me to say.
Without Apple Care, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, without Apple Care, yeah. And I told T-Mobile, and by my mom's thing, she told me this. Okay, she told me T-Mobile needs to get ready for me to fix my stereo device via my iPad Pro and it needs to be make more sense. So there you go. It needs to be 5G, or it's not going to be anything at all. So there you go.
Well, and like I said too, the benefits of having 5G is, if you're on the road and you don't have Wi-Fi and whatnot, then you'll be able to, use 5G as long as you get, unlimited data, so you don't go over the data you use, then you can,
Yeah.
surf the web in 5G, because like I said, here where I'm at, I can get 5G here because I'm a bigger village or bigger city than where I was, because they get 4G and they get crappy service, but up here we get like 4G or even 5G. And yeah, so for traveling and you want to be able to talk to somebody while you're traveling in 5G speeds and whatnot, as long as you get unlimited data, so you don't go over the data cap,
Yeah.
then then that's a great way. Although you'll be spending a lot more if you buy it one time purchase, or you buy it through like T-Mobile, Verizon, or AT&T.
Which I have a T-Mobile device via my iPad Mini, but fortunately I need to save up for my iPad Pro, which is probably a good thing because I need to tell T-Mobile, hey, let's just get my thing fixed, my iPad Pro. That would be exciting. So there you go.
And Luke, and we'll get to the education part, but what I want to say too, not only you got the T7 Shield, you'll be able to plug that into an iPad, and you'll be able to use that SSD on your iPad as well, because it is compatible with iPad. Because without me recommending the Samsung, I don't know what would have happened if you would have gotten the T7. Because SanDisk has a crap ton of problems right now.
You see, this box, which I have during my box video, I was going to load it up, and the good news is I only have about 6,851 items left in my loading space right now. So I basically have a 4 terabyte space at the moment. So what you see right now, currently, as we're taping this live stream, it's basically 353 point some of these gigabytes out of 162 terabytes at the moment for a loading space C7 Shield. And I'm going to delete all my stuff for about this 1 out of 2 8 SSD drives, which I have right now. SanDisk only, because I think SanDisk is about to suck it. That was that.
Well, because like I said, they have some issues and whatnot, and people who trust SanDisk as a loyal brand of storing the data onto an SSD. I mean, it's what happens and whatnot, and people get upset, and they're gonna switch to a different SSD brand like Samsung, because people are not complaining about Samsung.
Because I have
so that's why Samsung
once, and then I'm going to do 2 more times, and then that'll be it. Plain simple.
Yeah, because Samsung is a well-known brand when it comes to Android tablets and phones, and of course flash memory, like memory cards and SSD. So they know what they're doing when it comes to storing, because they're the number one company when it comes to in flash storage technology.
Yeah, because nowadays you can have this for memory cards, SSD drives, something like that. Because when I do make videos, something like that, and other things like that, Samsung all the way. What more problem to you? But I'm gonna switch up gears, memory cards, pretty soon, because I need a 1 terabyte memory card. Use my, let's say, Canon camcorder, because I use it for SanDisk for my 256. Let's just say, my Canon camcorder HD, but I don't have time to use it anymore. So, props to you on that one. Anyway.
So there you go on the whole SSD thing, and I'm making noise because the kilo is Yeah. Well, anyway, forget the chair because I'm sitting on it. Anyway,
Like,
so
like,
that's Jumpstart Kindergarten, and that is a childhood favorite of mine. Another childhood favorite of mine that doesn't involve the PC or the Mac side of things, and this is a toy from 1993, as you guys know. This is a piece of a toy all the way back in 1993,
yeah,
and it was made by a company called Tandy, which was Radio Shack back
Yes.
in the 90s. And my mother worked at Tandy for 20 years, so I applaud her for working all these years for 20 years, from 76 to 96.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why she left probably because she got fed up with it and she just didn't want to do any more work. And who knows? It's a mystery. But anyway, yeah. So Tandy's the one that made this toy because they've made a bunch of other toys, especially the one that I had growing up, which is that marble game called Fun in Skill. And what it is you put the paper and whatnot, you put it down. It's like a strategy kind of puzzle game, and you
yeah,
and it's kind of like the whole Zuma where you got these blocks and whatnot that slowly comes. Well, this one by one, a marble shows up, and then you open up the trap door, to you know find to match and whatnot. And it can be frustrating at times, but it's
yeah,
supposed to be
boss
fun.
lady.
As the name, fun in skill. But basically, you have the one colored ball. It's kind of like an M&M's. I always call it M&M's because they kind of remind me
Yeah,
of
kind
M&M King.
of skills at the same time. Yeah,
Yeah, I know. And I don't want to make fun of allergies, but I'm just saying that it kind of reminds me of like an M&M, like a chocolate M&M. That color, but it's on this thing. So instead of a candy, it's one of those marbles. But
yeah,
anyway, you got the marble, and you have to figure out which one it goes in. And if it doesn't go in either one, then you have to discard it, and it fills up. So what you gotta do is you gotta match the colors and whatnot to the picture. And if the entire marble balls get filled up, then it's game over, and then it all comes crashing down, and the game resets, and the whole other
yeah,
marbles will go down the drain, and for you to start playing the other game. So that's
yeah.
Fun and Skill that came out in the 80s. Although I do remember from the 90s because I had this toy in my hometown, and then I brought it up here, and it's been nearly 2 decades since I had that thing.
Yeah.
And same with that other toy that I got in that bedroom that came out in 1993. This is without a doubt one of my all-time favorite pieces of toy technology ever. And it's where you could learn how to type or make music and whatnot with the organ feature, or doing some simple games, like math quiz or number invader, where you
And
have
you do
to
bring more in, you know.
we'll move the numbers one by one to get a high score. And yes, I finally did it. I reached, after more than 2 3 decades, I reached the maximum score of 999 in that game. That's how far you can get in the game. And yeah, it progressively speeds up more and more, and and once it goes to the end of the screen, then that's it, game over, and it tells you how many points you scored. And I even took a video or a photo of seeing your score is 999, and I had to take a picture of it because that's the max you can get in that game, or in the typing game as well. So they're basically, I think, 3 games, and of course, there's a calculator, there's a typewriter where you can actually press buttons to type. Now you couldn't win obviously the toy, but you would type, and then when you press enter, all the letters go away, and then you just type and type and type till you get bored or you just turn it off. and that's how that game is, or how that mode is. And the organ mode, you play one of the buttons that you play little sound chime, and you can play like a organ piano.
Yeah.
So you can do that, and if you press either the 0 or the 1 button on the numeric keypad, it actually plays a little song. And that song is either, well, you can count it two ways: ABC song or the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And you press that button, and it plays the entire song, and you listen to it, and then once it ends, then you turn it off. And yeah, so that right there is an added unique feature to this toy, is that it played that one song, because there was one song built in to the toy, and that was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star / ABC song. However,
Yeah.
you say the words, because it's pretty much the same idea. It's just a different kind of melody and whatnot. And then you got this typing drill where you have to choose a level between 1 and 5. 1 being the slowest, and 5 being the absolute fastest. And
Yeah.
your job is to get rid of the letter that's on the screen. And if it fills up the game, then the game ends, and it tells you the score. And then you get to play again and choose the level you want between 1 to 5. Now, this next game that we did on FWL Season 9, and unfortunately it ended due to the crash of Bruce.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is one of my favorites, and I might be doing this sometime on the stream. That is a 2-player version of Hangman that's in this game.
We need to do something. Yeah, something we can do on your channel,
Yeah. So in the 1-player game, it's you, and you have to figure out what that secret word is, and you only have 7 attempts. So you have to make sure you don't use up all 7. Now, if there's a letter that's in the puzzle, it shows up. Depending on whatnot. So you got the whole board. It's like Hangman, and for every letter you get right, it will show up on the screen. And if the letter's not in the puzzle, then then you have the whole use letter board thing, kind of like the Wheel of Fortune, but for the exception that you see it on the screen. And you got to be careful too, because if you accidentally pick the same letter, it's going to count as a miss. So you got to make sure you don't accidentally press the key, because if you press C and then it's not there, and if you press C again, it's going to count as a mistake. You got to be careful not to accidentally hit the same key, because that's going to count as a miss.
I don't do that at the time. I was more Hangman with Wheel of Fortune,
Yeah, and that's in the 1-player and 2-player game. But yeah, so it's a fun little game, and all you gotta do is try to figure out what that secret letter is, or that secret word. And if you know it, then just type it in before you get the 7 misses. And if you get it right, then it tells you that you got it right, and you move on to the next. And you solve 10 of these Hangman puzzles, and if you do successfully, then you can max out for a score of 100. If you get one, if you fill out 7 1 letters that are not in the puzzle, that's it. And the game tells you what the correct answer is, or the correct word, and it actually tells you that secret word that was in the puzzle, and then you move on to the next. So that's the only way you can lose in the game, is if you use up all 7 of your chances. Then the game stops, and then it tells you what the correct answer is, and then it shows you. Because I know this happened to Luke and whatnot. But yeah, so you gotta be really careful. So if you get all 7 letters that are not there, then that means that the game will tell you what the correct answer is, and then you get to move on. So like I said, the max score you can get is 100. And after you get through all 10 of these Hangman puzzles, just see how far you can go, and try to get the best score possible. Yeah, it's very simple. It's highly addictive. This is one of my favorite modes in this game. This is why I love this toy so much. And I bought that on eBay in 2022. And this is still one of my favorite toys ever made. And in fact, this year marks the 30th anniversary of one of my absolute favorite toys ever made from Candy / Radio Shack in my home state. And that toy that I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is the type-in computer type-in tutor. That I have with me. And it has a handle that you can carry around, and the phone's ringing. I think that's my mother calling me, but I'll have to get to her after I get done, because we're gonna be done here with the stream. Sorry, Ma, I can't get to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, just ignore the phone because she's calling me on that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's the computer typing tutor, and it's one of my favorite toys ever, and I really enjoy it, and it's something that I can cherish for a lifetime. And like I said, not only the game is fun in one player, but it's really addictive in two player because player one gets to choose the word, and then the other player has to guess what that word is between 3 to 7 letters, and if they get it right, then they get points. My God, stupid phone. My phone, because she's calling me. I know it's her. But if you get it wrong, then the game tells you what the word is.
Yeah, exactly.
And it tells you what you got wrong and everything.
Yeah.
So pretty much what you gotta do is try to stomp player two as much as you can, or kind of give the second player the upper hand and try to get a 100 score in the game.
Score, yeah.
And that's what makes a difference.
Exactly.
And let's see, we're almost at 2 hours, I believe.
We're an hour 40 minutes, almost, yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so that's the typing tutor device from 1993. Definitely in my Hall of Fame of awesome toys. And happy 30th anniversary to that awesome toy from 1993. I love that toy to no end. And that got left behind, and then in 2022 I bought it on eBay and got everything with it, and so it's an awesome little device, and it's a childhood favorite of mine, and it's always will be.
Always will be.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's that. And of course, we're going to end the stream with, we're going to leave you here, everybody. Oh my God, I am talking gibberish. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I'm talking like I'm coming from outer space. I'm talking to somebody's language. Oh my God.
Yeah. We're not
I know that.
We're in the 90s. We're in the 2000s.
Me talking gibberish, and I don't know what I'm trying to say. Probably because I haven't had a drink of water, and I should.
Yeah, I have drank the water, but
sometimes I'm gonna mess up the words, and I know. Yeah, and I know that it's gonna bite me in the butt. I just know it. But as I was saying, I want to talk about some of the education games that came out on home consoles. Obviously, there's Sesame Street on the Atari 2600.
Which I didn't play on yet.
Yeah. And of course, you have the Sesame Street games that we talked about, especially the game by Whale, ABC 123, or by themselves, both of them. And it has that awesome theme song composed by David Wise. you see Braille on the copyright screen, then you know that that the music is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And the 8-bit rendition of the Sesame Street song by David Wise.
It plays
really
many
awesome.
times. One time back on one of my FBL streams, back in season 1, you heard me singing Sesame Street theme song.
Yeah.
And then so many times I heard me saying, "Oh, Big Bird dancing like it's nothing." And one point in FBL stream, season 1, he was saying, "Job, job, job, job. Oh yeah." I'm like, what was?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite videos I've ever done on YouTube. And I'm sorry, I'm not getting rid of that video unless if I download it, and I probably will, because that's one of my favorite videos ever that I've ever done in nearly a decade.
Yeah, over a decade of the video. It was 2011.
Bounce around like an Easter bunny. Although they didn't leave him any chocolates.
And Miss, I don't know.
Any ice cream.
I don't know Mary's last name now, but she's watching this. She told me, I'm acting like a bunny rabbit. Like, seriously? You're kind of kidding.
You kind of felt like a bunny rabbit when I did that video.
I was just like, one of the wiggles,
Or do the wiggle dance, but just make sure you don't fall into your tushy. like there's been playing one from Dumbledore on the NES.
My God, Remix, you're a mess.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, in that Dumbledore game, and you have that trampoline bounce, and you'd be waving to the audience while you're falling down and on the Dumbledore.
Hey.
Yeah, you'd be waving to the audience. Hi, how you doing? And then jump like that and try it again and grab that flap.
Oh my God,
you're killing me. I know. I can't help it.
Who's that?
I know. I'm losing my mind and I'm losing everything on this. It's sounding like gibberish idiot. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
But anyway, one of the unique things about the game is you can actually sing along to the game, like Luke said, and you get to sing along, and then after that it goes away, and then you just finish up, and then you get to your game. Like the magic thing with Oni, of course the rubber ducky and he has to, it's like a maze game, and the duck has to go out of his way to Oni in the bathtub with soap, and that way he plays with the ducky, and then after that he waddles away and then moves on to
the next. But on my main channel, like I said,
Yeah, exactly. And of course, that Ferris wheel where you got a bunch of letters, and then you see, the Sesame Street characters dance, and with that incredible music by Wise.
Which I mentioned before,
you see Cookie Monster, which he needs to stop eating those cookies as it's making him fat. I know. I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say.
I have a lot of explaining to do about Cookie Monster. I'm looking at you.
You're going.
I know. And I'm sure Chris is enjoying the entertainment.
I know, yeah. It's very funny.
Yeah, it is. It is, Chris, yeah. Especially remixing that part. Who's that?
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Oh, God.
Sometimes I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I wonder, am I counting sheep or am I counting the pig when I'm going to be playing that new game coming on Xbox?
You kill me, buddy.
And it was Mohawk.
Heavy Metal Remix, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Keep down your applause. Don't applaud for me, all right? All right. I mean, I'm too shy, all right? Yeah. So,
Oh
but
god.
anyway, so that's a cool game. Obviously, Sesame Street video games. There was also one that had the count in that one game by
Yeah.
High Tech. They didn't do a good job, by the way.
I played it a few times on my main channel. You know.
That game is. I mean, it's alright, but like I said, it's by published by High Tech Expressions, and you know how they did with the games they publish.
Yeah. Yeah, makes more sense, you know. What you got?
And like I said, there was some education games on the NES, like the Miracle Piano teaching system on the NES, and also on Super Nintendo and Genesis. And you had a couple of games by THQ.
Well, that I never played.
Yeah. Like Where's Waldo? I think they made 2 Waldo games on the NES.
Yeah. Okay.
As well as Nintendo. And none of them are that great. By THQ.
No.
They had that really,
but they're great back then, like in the 2010s, like Wheel of Fortune, the Wii, and things like that. But now they're now known as THQ Nordic, you know.
Yeah,
makes sense.
THQ Nordic. But yeah, that one game they did, I thought it was really cool. It was that video something video by THQ. It was one of those games by THQ. I forgot what it's called. On the NES cartridge, there's this video and it has that tiger claw, and it has that. I think it was something Videomation on the NES that was by THQ.
Let me check it out real quick.
And you have that like this.
Video.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Let me search up real quick. Videomation. Search. No, I misspelled wrong. It's Nation. Oh, it's a BBC show. No, I misspelled wrong. Nation. Oh, it's a 1991 video game. It's by Tour Headquarters. No, it's called Videomation. It came out in 1991 June, and surprisingly, it came out in 1992 in the Algeria area, and Poland 1994. So yeah, it's called Videomation. It's a drawing and animated fun series. So game. So developed by Farside Studios. So I never played this before. No.
And published by THQ.
Oh wow!
Because they made those crappy Home Alone games, especially the second one. I can't stand that.
Especially the second one. Oh wow!
I cannot stand the music. The music in the NES version, it's awful.
But
just like Friday the 13th, there's only one good song in that video game, but the rest of it is crap.
Yeah, if you look at my reaction video to Fairy Odd Gamer episode on Friday the 13th, Lucas Bradley, my friend, think it's terrible. And I agree. Especially ABGN episode. You know, makes sense.
Well, newsflash to all of you people who want to play that game, don't play it.
Don't play it. If you watch this, Lucas Bradley, I agree. I agree with Lucas Bradley 1 bit. You know, cosplayer, voice actor, editor. He's a career Fairy Odd Gamer. He's a great at this whole, let's say, creation of Fairy Odd Gamer. He made me a cameo on the Jump Force game. You know, makes sense to anybody. And of course, I was one of the patrons on Fairy Odd Gamer, $10 per month. That's good.
Yeah, I'm almost at the hour and 50 mark. So that's the so that game Videomation. And there was another game too, on the NES by Virgin Interactive, and I
Yeah.
know Chris know this game.
Yeah.
It's where you get to color your dinosaurs and color dinosaurs.
No. I mean,
Yeah.
get the book, a coloring book like this. Don't buy the NES game. I mean, he talked about this during my FWL series on my 10th anniversary episode about Belgian Club, but it had to be done. Don't buy the dinosaur game. Get the coloring book. You know, that was it.
Well, yeah, and that's literally all you do is color a dinosaur, and that's it.
Yeah. I'll do it one episode of FWL, but it's not it. And it's be awful. Or maybe another video series I'm going to come up with in another time, but we'll see. Sorry, Superstar K, something soon, but a successor of my friend Eric Lima, aka Eric Given Shenanigans, and that's an 87 series, but it has to be good. So there you go.
And I know Chris probably remember that game, that color dinosaur.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. But like I said, NES had some educational games. Super Nintendo also had one. Oh, and I forgot too from the software Toolworks, and that is Mario is Missing and Mario's Time Machine.
Yep.
I never played these, but the thing is, Lucas Bradley, my friend, like I said before, had played those games. And as far as the educational games, that he played the three of them, he's like, it's a sci-fi. I'm like, it was so slapping my butt. I'm like, oh, Lucas, and he was one of the special guests speaking. I was freaking out, like, yeah, you see, if you want to Lucas, I don't know what to say here, but it was freaking me out. But it's so hilarious. Go watch my reaction video to the Fairy Out Gamer episode from Marchio series on my main channel. You will regret on these Fairy Out Gamer episodes you saw on his channel. Go check it out. So there you go. But Mario Missing and Mario CG Tybin. Yeah, it was like, wow. I never played these before, but that's me.
Yeah, and if you were expecting fun on both of those games, they're not.
They're not. No.
Maybe on the NES, maybe, but on the Super Nintendo, even the Time Machine on the Super Nintendo, that game's gonna take you forever because you have to know everything about history, and if you don't, then this game's not for you, and I won't play it.
I mean,
if you don't know your history,
yeah,
then
look
avoid
at my reaction video to the Fire Out Gamer episode. You'll look it up on YouTube, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes to these games. I'll look it up on YouTube real quick and screen sharing mode and see what it looks like. Okay, on this whole Mario game. No, pause. But it has to do with Mario early years episode. In my HB ads episode one time, let me look up screen share. Just an expert. That'll be it.
Alright, well, hang on. I don't see it yet. Alright, hang on.
Here it is.
I know, hang on a minute.
Okay, there we go. Now? Okay, here it is. Yeah. Oh, no, hold on. Well,
and I think while we're doing that, I'm gonna go get
Good. No.
I need to do. Hopefully the phone don't ring.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what it was. So there you go. That's what the same thing. Yeah, there's your answer. That's a clip. So for you, there you go.
Exactly. Alright, I'm gonna turn my camera off, so that way I can, get a water, because I definitely need, to drink, because otherwise I'll be like a talking horse, and I'll be all raspy.
Yeah.
God help me. God help me.
Just like Eo, who has his problems.
Wow. Oh man.
Yeah, I know. I'm a mess. I know.
You are a mess.
And I am missing my shawl.
Wow. But anyway, makes sense in any way.
And I gotta make sure that everything's off out in the living room. And that way she don't complain.
She don't complain. Yeah, exactly.
Alright. Now I'm gonna switch back to the cropped layout.
Yeah, good, because I was doing better
And there we go.
hear that.
Presto! There I am.
Yeah, that's better. Like that. Anyway.
Yeah. And yeah, just like playing Ice Climber, and then you got that polar bear, and if you're down to your last life, then yeah, it's game over for you.
Game over. Yeah, pretend I was
remember that game.
Anyway.
Yeah, I remember that game.
Yeah. Oh, come on, really? That's the same thing, which I mentioned on my, what she mentioned during my reaction videos react. So yeah, makes sense. So this episode 1,000, where are we here? No, 1,244 at the time. If you look at it carefully, yeah, I rewatched Lucas, yeah. I'm gonna look at this video. Could do copyright? No. Do Lucas Lucas permission, but hide that price. But anyway.
Yeah.
We'll see. But we'll have to figure this out for ourselves. We'll have to figure this out.
We'll try to figure out how many turkeys that they're going to serve at this year's Thanksgiving.
Yeah. You're killing me, buddy. I am. Speaking of that, I want
the whole Jeffers household. They're going to have a epic mega Thanksgiving dinner full of turkey stuffing and all the fixings that you know and love in Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And hopefully Thanksgiving for you would be much better than the previous 2 years.
Oh yeah.
But we won't talk about that.
No. For you, but for me, it's good for my good 2 years for me at least. So
well, yeah. You know, because especially if you got someone who don't treat you like crap, like mine.
Yeah, because I want to be at Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta once to be there and make a Blues Clues Jokes episode on Blues Big Musical, the movie, and 2, and no, I'm not pointing middle fingers. 2,
yeah, we know.
I want to get my episode done just in time for, let's say, for Blues Clues to upload to Rumble. I was going to do it on Rumble, but sadly, it needs to be uploaded to Odyssey.
Rumble in my tummy.
Oh God, no.
There's a Rumble in my tummy. His name is yeah, okay.
No, the website's called Rumble. What it is, folks? It's basically a website do a successor to VidMe, BitChute, everything. Because I think it'd be best to up. It doesn't only have problems though. You have to upload the whole website to these things due to copyright reasons. Like YouTube, for example, it's have a 15 gigabyte limit. So
there's my fee.
what I should do is upload. For example, what are you doing? Anyway,
I'm holding the tea. Hopefully, I don't spill it.
yeah, holding up the tea. Yeah, like
Yeah,
example,
continue, Luke. I'm
anyway,
gonna sip.
anyway, all seriousness, well, what it is, folks, I uploaded the first 9 episodes of Pepperoni Jokes on my Rumble account, and after that, I was keep going on and on, uploading Rumble stuff, videos on Rumble, and get protected on copyright from YouTube. So there you go. It's a successful vid made back in 2016, 2017, and Vimeo 2019. And the archive, so forth. But there you go. And that's what it is.
All right.
So that's your answer your question on that. But as for Odyssey,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
I know.
Odyssey is currently shutting down.
I know. I know about Go ahead.
3 videos on the Odyssey account, so that makes more sense.
Yeah, I know about Wombo. I was just messing with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, the other game I want to talk about really quickly here is a game, a game by Konami.
Okay.
And they made 3 games of this on the NES. Two were the platformers, which is a lot of fun.
Okay.
And then in the third one, you could make your own cartoon in a way. You could do that in that game. However, that game wasn't developed by Konami. It was developed by a company called Nova Trade, who I think they also Echo the Dolphin, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And published by Konami, and it came out so late in the NES life cycle, 1992-93. And the second one came out in 92.
Okay.
But I like both of those games because they're great platforming games, especially the first one. The first one is probably my favorite game from Konami. The second one is good too. Yeah, and you guys are not gonna see my chubby wubby, so you're not gonna see that crap.
No, I just tell you to do that, but pull your shirt down anyway.
I digress. Anyway, the game that for those of you is a game called Tiny Toon Adventures Cartoon Workshop.
Wow.
And in that game, you can choose a character, and you can actually make a video. It was a really cool novelty back then, but the only thing is that you can't save any of the hard work you do in that game. So back then, if you had a VCR and you had a blank VHS tape, you could actually plug the system in at the time because they would let you do that back then, to where you can plug it into your VCR and put in a blank VHS tape, hit the record button, and record that animation you made in that game, and then just stop it and show it to everybody. Because back then that's how you were able to do that. By using a old school VCR, and I prefer Sony or Sharp.
Okay.
Of course, yeah.
What are you doing, dude? You're
the cartoon.
Are you
I'm looking at
one
the cartoon.
Like, what are you doing?
I'll flip you like a cartoon or something. Anyway.
Is this like a Jack in the Box thing? Just boom! I thought you were doing the whole Jack in the Box thing.
No,
my God! All of a sudden, the bucket pops up.
No.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, remix. I was looking to flip you and Chris like a cartoon or something like that.
Oh wow!
Okay. I thought you were doing the whole Jack in the Box thing, but instead it was Mr. Bucket, not Jack in the Box.
Mr.
No,
Bucket.
it was a cartoon of us.
Bucket.
I see what you're saying, Luke. I'm just messing with you. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I
Um,
think anyway.
Yeah, so anyway, what you could do back then is, record it onto a VCR, a blank VHS tape, hit the record button, and record the animation, save it onto to the tape. And that's how you were able to do that. And now with the technology we have today, a program on PC and Mac called Blender, where you could actually create 3D high quality cartoons and whatnot using Windows.
Makes sense.
And it's on Windows, it's on Mac. I think it will work well on the Mac, especially with the M2 chip. But yeah, Blender is a way that you can make those high quality cartoons. Because I've seen people use Blender to make that and upload it straight to YouTube.
Yeah.
It's a really neat software. You just have you gotta have a powerful machine to do this. If you have a low end system, forget it.
Yeah.
It won't.
Makes sense. Yeah.
If you have go ahead, Luke.
You see, it makes sense when they make cartoons. For one example, and Disney's one side more ABC. Back when I was a Disney kid, it used to be Weekend Floyd in Space and other things like that. But we're not going to talk about that in this topic. But anyway.
Yep.
It has to do with educational games. Anyway.
Yeah. So but like I said, Blender will probably work best on an Apple machine, especially with the M2 Pro, probably the Pro, and then that way you can create 3D highest quality 3D cartoons and whatnot, with the lips moving, doing the whole voice acting kind of thing. It's actually pretty cool because, like I said, I've seen a lot on YouTube with them doing that on animation. And, it's a pretty cool thing. But like I said, you have to know the ins and outs of that program in order to make the cartoon. Because otherwise, if you don't have any experience in the software, you probably get frustrated and never use it. But like I said, from the people I've seen using this software, incredible, especially when they upload it to YouTube. So that's Blender. A very popular program on Windows and Mac.
Yeah.
So that's Tiny Toon Adventures Cartoon Workshop. And of course, guys, Tiny Toon Adventures on NES, my favorite game by Konami. And it's kind of like, Super Mario Bros. 3-ish kind of thing, and give it that Konami style.
Konami style.
And it's a great game. It's a solid game. A cartoon into a video game. Because like I said, it works. Because if you look at DuckTales on NES or Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, those are the games that work really well on NES, and Tiny Toons is another one. And that's pretty much that. So that one. So and of course, everybody is familiar with this game for the Super Nintendo. That's why people wanted a Super Nintendo just so they can play this and actually use SNES mouse, just to play the game. And this game is so revolutionary, and I still think it's being played to this day. Being like Bob Ross and everything. And that is good old Mario Paint.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I was gonna read this book, but I couldn't. But Mario Paint, I did it before on one of my FBL streams, and then on weekend celebrations one time. But anyway.
Yeah, you can paint. You can do a lot of great things. You can make music and whatnot. Again, the VCR. You probably need a VCR if you want to record it onto the blank tape. Because like I said, the game has limitations and you weren't able to save and everything. Like you can today, with
now
Paint
use
Flush.
Graceflow in order to tape, like say Mario Paint. I do on stream one time, and I used to play Mario Paint. So there you go. And I didn't print anything on Mario Paint, so no codes for Mario Paint users out there who started back in the 90s. I played Mario Paint one time or twice at the time, but things are getting out of hand. I never done it before until this year, so I figured, why not play it? It's a great idea. So I figured I need to play it for the first time. And I played it, and it was a great game. I need to play it simple so I can get this out of the way and get this. Oh, even Christmas time 2023, so it'd be more easier for Super Nintendo. High that price.
Yeah, because like I said, the game is, creative in a way, and paint and whatnot, we're coloring pages, and making small animation.
Yeah.
That's really the killer app on the SNES. Was that game?
Yeah.
You get to do all of that. And there was a little mini bonus game that you could play where you where you kill all the bugs in that mini game.
Yeah.
I know Chris probably that killing a bunch of flies in the game, and then you have to go against the boss, and and then he passed gas on you, and then it's like, oh, it stinks. And I even made a video of that. And when Luke saw that, he was laughing.
Wow.
Stupid fool.
Wow.
But anyway, so that's that game. Mario Paint, really cool game.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. Good old Mario Paint. I know that you, Chris, you probably remember Mario Paint. That stupid phone. Yeah, I know. I'll get to you in a minute because I'm almost done with the stream. I forgot. Anyway, another game that I know you guys probably don't remember is a 1996 game for Windows PC, and it's based. Well, it's a Sonic game, but it's an educational game.
Yeah.
It's that Sonic Schoolhouse game.
Yeah.
That was a really good educational game in 1996.
Yeah.
And Sonic the Hedgehog riding on the school bus, learning everything, of the animals and everything. It was a educational game, and it had the Sonic characters.
Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, and before I get back to you, I remember these PC games. They're also educational one time. One, of course, had to do with Clifford's Learn Activities. This came out in 2001. And what I can tell, it has some think for me for a second. It has I remember it fondly as a kid growing up. And it has some opening to go do do do. I'm like, that was one of my favorite PC games of Clifford ever as a kid. And I never played it well. And I have some glitches at the time going. And Jed was so freaking mad at me, thinking, oh, do we have to do this again? Come on. And then we're never going to win this. And then if you're going to repeat this again, Klaus, and that, we're never going to win this. But then also, we're going to do that. And the T-bones, and the bones, and the T-bones being at the time. And looking at dog food, everything like that. Yeah, that's all I had to do in the game. Well, another game I
was gonna say, he's a giant, freaking big red dog. I mean, come on now.
Come on, because
I'll he's Godzilla almost.
One time I remember the game because it was 2021. I remember it fondly. I searched up Clifford's Learn Activities, and I found it. It's a PC gameplay of the game, and it has to do with a gameplay of this game, and it has to do with if you look closely, and think of me for a second. I mean, I'm not gonna show you the whole video, but it's necessary. Look at the game. I'm gonna pause it and say, for example, it came out in if you look at this real quick, I'll screen show you do it now, but it has to do something. But I'm gonna do it.
Another screen sharing courtesy of Blue Chips.
Yes, but I'm gonna do it copyright reasons. But that's just me. Here it is. But
be careful with the copyright.
Yeah, pick a level. Yeah. Here it is, and here we go. I'm mute it. But anyway, here we go.
Get in trouble.
Yeah, here it is. But it has to be easy. But there you go. Easy, medium, hard. Yeah. Choose a name, whatever. Yeah. But here's Clifford, T-Bone, and Cleo doing the TV series. Matt was doing something with Ja, and Charlie surprisingly had t-shirt and shorts. Not seeing the TV series at all. Emily Elizabeth see here wearing the same thing as the TV series and Clifford the Big Red Dog. Surprisingly enough, but that's just me, of course. But that makes more sense, Surprisingly enough, to make more happiness. There you go. But on the other hand, wearing sandals, not seeing the Clippers Big Red Dog series with Charlie, on the other hand, makes a lot of sense from the Clippers Big Red Dog game, which I played as a kid. On the other hand, it wants you to win a contest or a giveaway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's the whole PC game. It's a gameplay. I played it before as a kid, but that's just me, of course. But it's just a thing for kids. When I played this, it was a lot of fun. But let's just say I'm gonna skip the whole thing and see what the whole game is about. The gameplay was basically this: you have to go all around Burrow Island, okay? And basically what you do is, here's one example of the gameplay, okay? Go to, for example, that gameplay, basically what I do is, go to that, jamming dog, and Clifford, Cleo, and T-Bar are going to jam on with this dog seen here, and you have to play for each, jamming buttons. So I didn't play that as much as I did as a kid, but click on it. So there you go. And basically, you're doing is play it some rhymes. Then another gameplay has to do with this: a teacher from Clifford the Big Red Dog playing some trampoline on bouncing apples. So I never had this as a kid.
Grab those apples.
Yeah, apple
Make
orange.
an apple pie.
I never played this as a kid, but thinking, oh my god, what is this? And that's why I'm over this. But that's just me. But after they pick up apples, oranges, and pears, you have to pick from numbers with 3 oranges, 12 apples. I never had this in a long time. How many? If you can pick up dud, check point, whatever. Then there's an activity game called you have to build houses, flags, ladders, whatever, or slides. Anyway, after that, you have to pick from whatever you're going to choose from. Then you have to learn about the stories, whatever, and go ahead and click on each story, whatever, and I'll have to do that. We go to pick stories, whatever. And soon after that, each one of them. Oh my god, this is nasty. But that's the whole point.
Yeah.
How long did you get that in this game? But see here's a YouTube username Mar Edley. But anyway, pick up the trash. Yeah, I forgot to do that. But and then see here was Jen and Mac on the beach. But yeah. And they're gonna pick up clouds, I remember this very fondly. Look at the books about these Burrow Islands on number one. That's just me. And look at these bones. You're almost there, so you have to pick from one thing at a time. And if you look at the last one, see here, you won. You have everything out of control. The Price Boost magazine, dogs of the year. So you finish off with you won the giveaway magazine. So there you go. I never finished this game when I was a kid at all. So you thought, oh my god, this is it. Price Boost, and you gotta win every single dog food everywhere else. So that's your answer to your question. So that's the game. And that was it. So overall, what do you think about the game?
Yeah, pretty cool. And
when I saw
I'm in my bedroom because that chair was hurting me. So now I'm back in the bedroom. So I'm gonna have my camera off.
I was telling you about this.
For the stream because I'm gonna be wrapping up. But yeah, that was pretty cool, Luke.
Thank you. And another game, for example, I remember fondly Blue's Treasure Hunt for PC for your Marcus Entertainment game, and of course, Blue's Birthday Adventure. I never uploaded to YouTube, unfortunately, but that's just me. But that's basically it. But there you go. Go ahead, Remix. What you're saying about the whole.
Well,
before wrapping up.
I'm gonna say that if the phone wanes, I'm probably gonna have to answer it, so that way she don't get angry with me. So, and I had to remove. Oh my god, what's going on? Phone, what are you doing? Oh my god, it went black. You guys hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Yes, I hear you.
Well, hang on a sec, because I gotta refresh the page because it's freaking out.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Right here on Team Disney. God.
Yeah, so it's all right. He'll be back. Yeah.
Yeah, right here on Team Disney. Yeah. Yeah.
He'll be. Yeah. And he is. Yeah, I told you. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't care who he's mentioned earlier, but yeah, he deserves to be banned.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I already did that. Okay, well, he's banned, so.
Good. I mean, seriously,
I tapped it on accident. Well, that was an accident, so.
Yeah.
I accidentally tapped the thing, and yeah, I'm removing that comment, and maybe what I forgot to do is set this the stream for subscribers only, so that means everybody can come in and try to troll and do whatever they want to do, because I forgot to change it to the thing, and I should have done that before we started the stream. So I'm sorry, guys, if you had to see that ugly comment, because I deleted it and the user was banned from the YouTube. I'm sorry, but you're out of the game.
Out.
I do not allow that on my channel.
Exactly.
No, keep it PG. If you don't,
yeah.
Keep it PG,
and like I said,
please.
There's no drive-bys and whatnot. If you do that, then you're out of here.
No drive-bys.
Because that crap is not allowed on my YouTube channel.
No, not on YouTube channel, except Elsa's Quotes. I don't do drive-by sometimes.
No drive-by. I don't allow that.
No.
Let me see if I can fix this here. Well, like I said, it was hidden by me, so I took care of the problem.
You took care
I'm
of
gonna go to the community. Okay, I'm gonna do the community thing, and I'm gonna switch it now to subscribers
Thank you.
because I'm doing this right now on my other phone that I'm charging.
Thank you.
Slow mode. Well, we're gonna be wrapping up here, so as soon as I get done, finish with my thing I want to talk about
Yeah,
and do this.
sense. Yeah.
All right,
So-
I'm gonna fix this thing real quick though.
There, yeah, makes sense. And load up my stuff.
Okay, now it should show up that for subscribers only.
Thank God.
Yep, because like I said, the chat room is not going to be open for everybody. So I just want to be perfectly clear, everybody, when I do the stream.
Not for yours, but for mine.
To keep the trolls away from the channel. For those of you who subscribe to my channel, you may chat and whatnot and keep it PG. But if I see anything like that again, yeah, you will get an automatic ban, and I will remove the comment immediately.
Yeah, because we don't want this to happen.
Because
I mean,
that comment does not represent of what the theme is for tonight. It's all about education and video games, not this whole, picking on somebody like that.
At the time, I mean, when I did Owen Nelson live stream, at one point he was saying keep it rated R, but yours is PG. I'm not allowing this on your streams, already at all, but this troll is out of line.
Yes.
Oh, I know. No, I took care of the problem.
I don't know what to say, but
okay, yeah, it works.
Thank
Yep.
God.
So now it's only for subscribers, and so the chat room's not open for everyone, and I forgot to do this as I started the stream. So I'm gonna make sure next time, whenever I go live, I gotta make sure I double check my settings and making sure that that the chat room is for subscribers only. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, then you cannot be in the chat room and talk trash.
Yeah.
Talk trash is
So,
not prohibited.
like I said, folks, I will play dirty if I have to. So be careful in the chat room. I'm watching. And like I said, the moderators too.
Moderators like me, because I was one of those moderators. Don't play pity on that one.
Yeah, and don't play this game.
If I was a moderator, I wouldn't deal with any of that garbage. You know me.
Yeah, I mean,
I know.
many times, a couple of times, I swear, but I don't do this anymore on your streams. Thankfully, which is bullcrap. I won't say BS.
Well, I fixed it now, so now it's for subscribers that can be in the chat room, and it's for people who subscribe to my YouTube channel. And by the way,
thank you.
If you enjoy what you see, everybody, do hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
But don't do it, and don't be an idiot and subscribe and get away with it. No, if you really enjoy what you see, do it respectively and a reason you subscribe to my channel. If you like what you see, and if you want to be notified for the videos I do or the live stream, hit the notification bell.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to keep the trolls away as much as possible on this channel. Because there's a word of creeps out there, and I want to keep the chat room comfy and PG, and that's all I want to do. And so
yeah,
that way things don't get out of hand.
Prankcast live and we had R-rated. Yours PG, because I don't want this to happen in your streams. No.
So anyway.
Yeah, moving on.
So back to the topic before I had to remove that idiot in the comments. And again, guys, I'm sorry if you guys had to see that deleted comment, because I did ban it and delete it, and YouTube knows about it, so it got deleted.
Thank God.
So yeah, and like I said, I also blocked words that are not allowed in the chat room. A lot of profanities that I don't allow. and I usually block because, like I said, I can put whatever words I don't want in the chat room, and they get blocked and they get filtered out automatically.
Yeah, I mean, one time.
And then that way I don't have to see any of that ugly words and whatnot.
One time.
But anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Luke. Well, no, I was just gonna. Well, go ahead and say what you're gonna say, Lucas, because I'm gonna be wrapping up here and finish what I have to say.
Yeah, and one time.
Go ahead, Luke.
There's a troll who kept saying the N word on one of my streams, FWL episode.
Yeah.
Time season 7 at the time. I had to ban that user, but yeah, I'm not allowed to say the N word on my streams, your streams, none of the above. That's racist, Sorry.
Yeah, and he's probably a 7-year-old who never played an educational video game in his life. That's probably why he said that. But we don't care. He's gone. The comments were moved. Let's move on.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's the Sonic Schoolhouse game, and it's on Internet Archive. If you want to check it out, of that game.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, everybody's familiar with Kid Pits, which is not really a video game, but I want to add Kid Pits because that was a favorite software that I enjoy on the Mac. And I still miss that program. And I know Chris remembers Mario Paint, like I said.
I do. I remember using to play the ice water game.
Yeah.
Yep, that one. And the game that I played on the original PlayStation that came on a jam-pack demo disc. If you were a PlayStation Underground magazine subscriber, you would get the demo disc. And the summer 1999 issue of the jam-pack demo disc has a Sesame Street video game on the PlayStation. I think it was either the number game or the letter journey, either one. But anyway, I played that one on that demo disc, and that was the only game in that demo disc that got a EC rating from the ESRB.
Wow.
So that one I played, obviously. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, Map Blaster is, very popular. And yes, I played the Map Blaster game on the Super Nintendo, and I believe it was on the Genesis as well. Those were really cool games on both of them. And I know you're gonna hate me for this, Luke, but I really like this game on the Sega Genesis. It was part of the Sega Club series. And that is the Magic School Bus game on the Genesis. Sorry, Luke. Sorry, but I just want to say that. That game I really like. And of course, like Luke mentioned, the Richard Scary Busy Town video game.
Before
part of Sega Club. Wacky World, which is a really cool game. Not as good as the Mario Paint, but it was a really fun game on the Genesis.
Yeah.
Art Alive, obviously.
I saw someone play it, and you got me the link for that one. And it's like, it was a great dance. And
I know.
I was gonna watch that, and then Marshall, my friend of mine, Marshall Brown, he was the one who got me to get one, which I'm not going to mention in any more streams, like starting 2020, but he removed the series Weekend Vlogs on the channel, but hide that class. But he told me he wanted to be a guest, but that's just me. But, that's just me. And that was that was just hide that press. But, and I played many times. The next one, it's part of the Sega Club, Bonnie's Hide and Seek.
I was going to mention that, Bonnie's Hide and Seek, because I did that on a live stream, and I had Luke Jeffers with me as a guest, and he completely lost it when I did something funny in that game. But anyway, Yeah. So Bonnie's hide and seek.
I think do this again for future videos of your BBT channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
And another game that I like, and I like this one better than the one I had, is a game called Echo Junior.
Wow.
Which has one of the best intro theme songs ever in the game. And you can play as either Echo, you can play as Orca Killer Whale.
Yeah, makes sense.
Cool.
And this game is for younger players, and it's a game that I would recommend over the other two Echo games. Because the Echo the Dolphin is way too hard, and the Tide of Time is probably more tougher. So Echo Junior, really cool game. And there was another accessory that Sega did back in the 90s, and it didn't go very well here in the United States. But it was a really cool little educational toy. And that one came out in 1994, and it had a lot of great software for it. Sonic was on there, obviously. And that is, of course, the Sega Pico.
Wow.
Yes.
Yep, the Sega Pico from 1994.
Question. Peekaboo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's coming soon. The Sega Peekaboo. and you get to hear Luke Jeffers read you a bedtime story on the big screen television coming soon.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh.
I know. I'm sorry. I just had to do that, Luke. And no, batteries are not included, by the way. Just so you know. Or you can use an AC adapter, but if you don't have one, then you're screwed. All right. Anyway, yeah. So Sega Pico, the Leap Forward stuff, and I gotta tell you, Leap Forward was so revolutionary back then, especially with the whole handheld game systems that they had. A lot of cool toys and fun activities and everything. So I think Leap Forward was really cool and innovative and whatnot. VTech had one too, the V Smile, and the one that came on a CD. I thought those were really cool.
Yeah.
By VTech.
I mean.
And I had some VTech toys. Yeah, go ahead, Luke.
I mean, I remember Leap Pad. I mean, at the books one time as a kid, little tiny little baby growing up. I remember these Leap Pad games. One of them, or two of them actually, had to do a Leap Pad, a book called. I remember what book is actually called. But if you play on the one game and it has a birthday, a picnic one, and the other one I can't remember what it was, and the other one was basically a Leap Pad story of the Wizard of Oz. You know, makes more sense to anybody.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yes.
But anyway, so you know, again, VTech, and I did had two toys from VTech. One that I had in the 90s and the one I bought at my local department store before they went out of business in 2001. So that's the VTech stuff. But yeah, you know, and again, the education stuff that we got today, you know, like I said, there was pretty much everything that you can do online. Now, you know, of course, there is membership, so you have to pay per monthly. But at the same time, you get to learn and enjoy new things, you know, like Adopted Mind or, you know, ABC Mouse or any of the educational fun that you can get on your favorite devices. And I did forget to mention one thing, too, before we end the stream. And that is, there used to have been a television show way back in 97, 98. It was on CBS. And it was based on the popular Map Blaster educational game.
Okay.
And they made a TV show that I either watched or didn't watch until then, until I recently discovered it. And I thought it was a really cool show. And it was an educational show that was way back on CBS when they had Wheel 2000 and Jep. But yeah, they had this cartoon based on the software game. and the name of it was Blaster's Universe,
Wow.
and that was based on the popular video game, the popular educational video game from the 90s. Because like I said, hold on, Luke. And like I said, once the game faded into faded and faded and faded, we would never get to see any Map Blaster stuff way beyond, and that's why Map Blaster is pretty much gone at this point.
God.
Anyway, go ahead, Luke. What were you gonna say?
I'll say okay while you're talking, but go ahead.
I know. I just wanted to make sure that I tell everybody, the whole thing. But yeah, so Blaster's universe has Match Blaster and the other character, which I think she's really cool, by the way, in the cartoon and in the video game as well.
Oh God.
So Match wears green, and the other one wears the red suit, and so this is a really cool show, and I either watched it back in the day or I haven't noticed. But yeah, it's a really cool show, and if you like Map Blaster or a fan of those two, check it out. Because like I said, it's all the way back in the mid to late '90s. Of the whole education game, and like I said too, for people who go to for elementary school or middle school, back then we had to read books and whatnot, and especially the hardcover, the paperback, and reading our favorite books at the library, and now you can read those books on. Yeah, hold on, Luke. I'm sorry. I want to. I know. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Luke. Yeah, I know. I'm just talking like World One. I know. I really gotta slow down. I know that.
Slow it down, because I was just like.
Well, yeah. Actually, Luke, go ahead. What you were gonna say, and I'll finish. What I was gonna say about the book. Go ahead, Luke.
I would just say I was one of those people when I was a little kid, thinking, I read this hardcover publishing book, thinking it was great, but that's just me. And nowadays you can read it on Kindle and iBooks. But anyway.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. Reading those classic children books or anything like that, and reading them on a device like an ebook reader, like a Amazon Kindle, or read them on iBooks using an iPad, and there'll be a way for you to read books, and such a lightweight little device that you can read books with you, especially the Kindle, because the Kindle to me is a revolutionary product when it comes to reading Kindle books.
You see,
because I'm gonna get me a Kindle someday.
Yeah, you. For me, it's just
Yep.
hardcover, publishing books. Those are big things for me because I have the hardcover.
Well, yeah. If you don't mind, carrying them around and a bit of a hassle when you move and everything. But but like I said, on a Kindle you can hold like thousands of books, and it's so lightweight and compact, and you can read a book and you get amazing battery life because it's not in color, but it's the whole thing. For me, I'm gonna get a Paperwhite because the Paperwhite is by far the best Kindle that Amazon has made, and that's what I would get for me to read my books in that paper-like quality and read my favorite children's books or whatever book that I'm interested in. And the Kindle is such a revolutionary because back then you had those books and whatnot and papers and all that other stuff, and now with the Kindle you can just buy the book on Amazon, or you buy it on your Kindle, for instance, and then you start reading the book on the $99 device or the Paperwhite.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that to me is such a revolutionary when it comes to reading books.
Yeah. Well,
and iBooks and a bunch of others.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, guys, if I missed anything on the stream, I do apologize. But if I did miss anything, I'll probably do a follow up or whatnot on the next stream. But anyway, I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is going to do it for tonight's stream of BPT's mini podcast extravaganza for August 13th, 2023. I almost said 2013. I'm going back to the future and whatnot. I'm going 10 years behind. But anyway, 2023.
Jeez.
And like I said, guys, again, if you enjoy what you see, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you do it respectively, and that way you don't, get in and be an idiot or a jerk. But I mean, I'm not saying it, for you, but I'm just saying, just make sure you subscribe if you really enjoyed the content that I do here on my YouTube channel. So hit that subscribe button and give this a thumbs up if you want. And like I said, if you want to be notified, hit the notification bell, and that way you know whenever I upload a new video or I do another stream, and that way you don't miss any of the action here on Brandon Palmer Television and all that other stuff. And like I said, this channel's gonna get a makeover sometime, so be on the lookout. Along with a new channel ID, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned,
and everything be coming your way.
Yep.
So this has been a blast, and I know she's probably gonna pick up the phone and probably call me and everything. So, but anyway, that's gonna do it, everybody. And this was a fun episode of BPT's mini podcast extravaganza, talking about educational video games and of course educational in general. This was a favorite episode of mine, and hope you guys enjoyed it. And I know the three of us did, and so. This was a lot of fun and everything. So, so I want to give a big thanks to Christianity for joining us tonight on the stream.
On here, appreciate it.
And of course, you can check out Retro Media Vision YouTube channel, and make sure you check out his music. Christianity plays his hits on your favorite streaming platform, Spotify, Apple Music, and all that stuff. And check it out, and that way you can listen to Walkman Beat or the Conga or any other song that you want to hear. Go give it a listen. And of course, you can follow Luke Jeffers. He's all over the place. He's on Threads, doing monkey business over there, and he's monkey business at YouTube, making videos and whatnot.
Yeah.
And of course. Excuse me, and of course you can sign up and join if you want, and and all the cool things, and I'm sure Luke will discuss that, so, and all that other stuff. So I want to say thanks to Luke for coming in tonight, and for helping out with the stream, and I know of the passing of Skittles, means a lot to Luke and everything. And I know he's certainly going to miss the dog as well as everybody else.
Especially Snoopy that passed away in 2020, of April.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss these two dogs. And
I know.
It's heartbreaking that my mom, my stepdad, my brother, Tara, Nora, they're watching this. They're going to miss these two dogs. We're sorry.
I know.
In a solid way, but I'm not going to be able to have time for dogs anymore. So, we're starting dog merchandise, and from this house to somewhere else. What you see right now? My family gonna be sad right now. I will have time for that, but that's all it is at the moment.
Well,
that's just the last dog we ever had in the house ever since Snoopy passed away, and I don't have time for any dogs like that. So after Skills passing, so once she passed, I don't have any more time for dogs. No more replacement of dogs. Just get over it.
Right. But anyway, Luke, go ahead and do the honors, and let's close out this one stream for tonight. And again, I'm sorry I had to remove that comment, but like I said, that crap ain't gonna happen again on my channel. And I'll make sure to turn on subscribers only, and to keep them out of the chat so they don't say anything nasty or anything, and all that other jazz. So anyway, guys, I do apologize, but like I said, this was a fun stream nonetheless, and I took care of it immediately. So
Thank
I
God.
just have to make sure, double check next time to make sure I have the subscriber only on, because if I don't, then yeah, we'll have it again like next week. So anyway, there you go on that.
Yeah.
So anyway, Luke, go ahead and let's end the stream.
Yeah. The first thing is, you're welcome. Second thing is, well, I do purposely believe after skills passing, like I said, in the stream, that we're gonna be able to do something because Tuesday special part number 46 will be on. We'll be pushing back until next week. I'll be on vacation sometime around, let's just say, I'll be on vacation sometime around next week. Next weekend to go to Charles, South Carolina. I was going to do it this weekend, but it has to wait till next weekend, the 19th and the 20th. I'll be back here in the afternoon to be with you guys to do the main pocket extravaganza. So, with that being said, I'll screen share you one last thing because I'll be giving you some news to tell you all. But it has to be with my 2 channels to let you be known to subscribe to. But it's going to be the last screen sharing of the stream. Okay? One of which is I do have 8,168 videos here on my main channel, and this profile pic was created by the guy, Anita, who got me reunited today. So I thought I'd show it to you guys on this YouTube studio thing. What's going to have you? But it has to do with this whole YouTube channel right now. As I mentioned before, 1,541 subscribers on my main channel. So be looking out for more videos from me. I have more videos that I take care of. One time episode, I don't know what episode I'm on in the moment right now. Let's say, yeah, okay, where are we? Okay, 782 will be coming on my main channel. This upcoming, a Monday. Yeah, upcoming Monday. Along with, the late Zach Pierce, very own Minecraft Mondays, and Ripley's Believe It or Not. Be look out for it, and I still need to finish Board Jokes episode number 21. Cool Cat Saves the Kids. Be look out for it, and yeah. And my second channel, I got some news about that. Let me switch account real quick. Oh my god. Almost there to 900 subscribers. And be looking quite carefully, okay? My second channel, Abedition 94, has about, let's say, 889 subscribers. I want to thank you for giving me an opportunity to do it since Marshall's gave me an opportunity to get Abedition 94 back from the dead. So, let me get to that channel, okay? See how many videos I got so far at that moment. It has 193 videos here on my second channel. Wow, that's a mouthful. And once that, and after I got done uploading this, I was like, wow. And the second channel is about last in the past videos, stuff, etc., etc. I uploaded this just because and things like that. But anyway, switch over to my main channel because I want to do it anyway. But it's my main channel. I can do this on whatever I want. But that's just me. And the last thing I'm going to tell you, thank you so much for reaching up to the goal of this whole goal of my main channel's subscriber goal. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to anybody else in the community. Yes, I'm on Threads, as Remix mentioned, but also I'm on, let's just say, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. No, Twitter's not working there. Okay, Twitter. No, excuse me. Oh yeah. Okay. Facebook,
/Twitter.
okay, Facebook, X, Instagram, so many others. So yeah, I'm all over the place. So there you go. And there you go. I'm also on social media account called Rumble, like I mentioned on the stream. Yeah, I have some uploading some copyright content on there. Go check them out, and it has some 15 gigabytes on there. If you look up for these bit more videos on my Rumble account, and there you go. So anyway, I have to do this thing, and then might be the last thing before I wrap things up. The last thing before I wrap up, and this will do it, and then we'll do it. Videos like replays and upcoming videos, but news reports. PS2 Tuesdays will be on hold until further notice. Do a cover reason from what's going on YouTube on what's going to happen to the game called Nato Museum. I'm going to put this on hold until PS Tuesday series on hold until further notice. Main problem. So that's about it. I'll tell you more about an update video on my main channel, but that's just me. And that was for me, Suggested by Sabina, back to Remix Plum whole time thing.
Thank you, Luke, for that lengthy speech. And like I said, guys, if you want to help out Luke's channel and support the channel, you can do so $5 a month, and you get exclusive content and exclusive stuff from him. So make sure you give him a nice $5, and he'll be glad to hook you up with something exclusive when you help support his channel.
I'm going to credit you as members and check it out there because I want to, because I'm almost there to be members. Because once you're members, okay, I want to credit you as channel members on YouTube, exclusive members only. I'll have more details in the memberships on my main channel, ASAP. Once it's there, okay, because I have to get this out of the way. $5 a month, I'll send you a little tip once it gets ready. And behind the scenes looking to make it and stuff, but and it's for members only, and some of it can be Elsa's Club subscribers and family members, because members only can be, let's just say, exclusive first before anyone else can see it.
Yep.
Thank you all your questions anyway. There you go.
Well, I just wanted to plug that in so that way, for the folks out there who check out your YouTube channel
Thank
and
you.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, guys, I'm all over the place, like Luke said, and of course I have my blog, and on Site 123, of course, Western Media Vision has his.
Yes.
And so you can check us out, and if you want to, donate, though it's totally optional, you can do that as well via Cashapp. So there you go on that. And so that's pretty much everything in a nutshell for this episode. So anyway, Chris, again, big thanks for coming on, and I hope you had a great time tonight with the stream.
I must tell you something, Remix. My is coming in hopefully October.
Wow.
Site 123. It's being in construction.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay.
So be on the lookout, everybody.
Look out, everybody. Folks out there.
Yep.
The
Thank you.
Community for check out Chris Kennedy. Be lookout for it. Site 123.
Appreciate it, Luke. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Very kind.
All right. So anyway, guys, for Chris Kennedy, Luke Jeffers, and everybody here, this is Remix Plum, and saying have a great night, and thank you for watching the stream. And we'll be doing it again next week with something unique of a theme. So stay tuned, guys. I'll keep you guys posted on my YouTube channel. So have a great night. And that's going to do it here for the education stuff. And so anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And we'll do it again next time here on Brennan Public Television, YouTube channel. So Remix Plum saying goodbye. Have a good night, and thank you for watching. And now we're gonna have the episode Cleo 2 times, and that's gonna be a wrap. Thanks, guys, and have a great night. Alright, one more time.
That's
There you
it.
go. All right.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Remix. Yeah.